going to demonstrate first how to use the rubber bands and paper clips for one of the experiments. This is for the introduction to force experiment, force in a rubber band experiment. It goes with assignment 2. Okay, now got a rubber band, I've got a paper clip. Now I've taken this paper clip, just a typical paper clip, we open it up and it looks like this. Hopefully, let's put that in front of my, let's see. Yeah, if it's in front of my leg, you can pretty much see the contrast and the shape of the paper clip. This paper clip is open so that I can hook it over the edge of the table. It doesn't actually have to be hooked at the bottom, but we want it to sit on top of the table here. Okay, so we want this angle to be fairly steep. We want the thing to be steep so that it can support a fair amount of weight. These are pretty substantial paper clips. Take a rubber band, and we can hang the rubber band from the other end, and if we put this over the tabletop, we can stretch that rubber band out pretty well without causing the paper clip to lose its ability to support the rubber band. Now what we're going to do is we're going to support from the other end of the rubber band a plastic bag. Now this is a plain old sandwich bag. You see the bag part here and the tab that folds over. We're going to take that tab and we're going to take just that tab and kind of tie it into a knot. Still got my finger through that knot. We're going to open up another paper clip. Actually, it might not be necessary to use the second paper. Yeah, it is. Never mind. Wasn't thinking clearly. Okay, we're going to open up this second paper clip, and we're going to take one end and insert it through the bag so that the bag hangs from the paper clip. And then we're going to pull that knot pretty tight so that the bag hangs, and we can exert a lot of force and the bag will still be there. Now if I did this right, there's still an opening here, and we're going to pour some water into that opening, a quarter cup at a time. Now I'm going to lift this, and you see there's the bag ready to hold some water. Okay, so we put water into the bag a quarter cup at a time, and every little bit of water is going to stretch the rubber band out a little bit. The rubber band has a certain unstretched length, and by the unstretched length we mean we pull it out to where it's straight but not yet being stretched. Okay? Now we don't ever want to exceed 130% of the unstretched length. Multiply the unstretched length by 1.3. Don't exceed that length. We have in your kit, or in the materials I sent you just for these brief introductory experiments, a copy of several copies of a meter stick. You can cut these and use these to measure the length of the rubber band. These are pretty much disposable. You can use them any way you want to. And that's pretty much going to be your experiment. You're going to add water a quarter cup at a time and see what the length of the rubber band is every time you add a quarter cup of water. And that rubber band will eventually stretch out to a length that's 130% of its unstretched length.